History repeats itself. I'm not trying to make those mistakes again. Whoa, no.
UFC 296 just keeps getting better and better. On the card, we have added Paddy Pimblett versus Tony El Kukui Ferguson. Now, I don't know how to feel about this one. Tony's shown that he still has what it takes to be in the UFC. However, when it's time, it's time. And we've seen him lose countless times and times again, and he looks like a shell of his former self. And a little bit of destructive, he has a little bit of a destructive mind almost. Seeing him go from the Anthony Pettis fight, seeing him go from the Donald Cerrone fight to getting his arm almost completely snapped by Oliveira to getting front kicked in the face by Michael Chandler, getting choked out by Bobby Green. It's like it's not a pretty sight to see. Tony, to be honest, is one of my top 10 favorite fighters of all time. Making it all the way from The Ultimate Fighter, living one of the hardest reality TV shows you'll ever meet, one of the hardest competitions, where you're locked in the room with competition, living in a house, eating in the next table, using the same bathroom as people you're trying to kill. Quite literally. You know, having that kind of mindset, not being able to talk to anyone, talk to your family. There's guys that have been kicked off the show for missing their girlfriends, or they have family obligations to attend to, and it's just not right. It's just not. You know, and it's a tough sport to get into. And Tony, for a long time, he reigned in the division. Former interim champion. And the night that he fought Anthony Pettis, he laid it all out on the line. And I think that fight against Justin Gaethje, we just never seen him return to that. We just never seen him return to that highlight. I mean, we had a glimpse of it the first round of Michael Chandler, and then we saw what happened afterwards. But I think Gaethje just did something to this man that would never return. I hope he gets better. I hope he makes a great return, and I hope he can make this happen. Seeing him go on his 12-fight win streak, it's just having some of the baddest luck during the pandemic and Khabib having those fights fall through. It's just unfortunate. I mean, they kept this man away from Conor McGregor. They kept this man away like for so long. And there's only a certain window, a certain time that athletes get in order to maximize their earnings and maximize their potential. And Tony just never got that, unfortunately. Just a lot of unfortunate events happening left and right. And now they're putting him up against the new cash cow, Paddy Pimblett. Now, Paddy's had some good fights in the past couple years, through Cage Warriors, through UFC. Always puts up numbers when he's in the UK in the O2 Arena, right next to Molly McCain. But this man has the potential to be a star, and I know what UFC's doing. They're trying to push him to be a lot better. And what better name to get than Tony Ferguson, a guy who's on the tail end of his career. I think that's an accurate assessment. But he's coming off a controversial win off of Jared Gordon. So if that tells you anything, I think that's going to tell you that it's an even match. I'm still excited to see it nonetheless. 296 just keeps getting better and better. Kobe and Leon's going to be the main event. And we're probably going to see that in the main card. Now, this one might be one that I buy. Cross, keep your fingers crossed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should Tony hang it up after this, regardless of win or lose? or do you still want to see him fight?